You're watching IntoWineTV, and today we're at Incanto restaurant in San Francisco, and we're tasting Super Tuscans. This is the 2007 Campo al Mare from Bolgheri, and it retails for $35 a bottle.
I think that, through osmosis, maybe I'm acquiring some of Bartholomew's characteristics now, because high alcohol starts really bothering me. And this wine, the first thing that jumped out at me was volatility. It's highly volatile. This wine, you taste it, and the first thing that you really kind of almost burns your mouth is the high level of alcohol. So that's definitely makes the wine imbalanced, in my opinion. It has a little bit of a vegetal aroma too, which is slightly off-putish, especially considering it's a 2007 vintage. It should maybe have a little more forward fruity aromas, and it does some, but definitely, it's like I said, it's disappointing. It's disappointing on the first test.
Well, the wine's a 2007 vintage. I think it's a little young. I would probably question, does it need to be, if it was me, I probably wouldn't release this wine yet because of its youthfulness. I get that kind of volatile character to it, but I just kind of chalk it up as, youthful, grapiness to it. And I think that, it's got some really nice acidity to it as well. I like this wine. It's, once again, it's another style of kind of that super Tuscan style of wine. There's absolutely no Sangiovese in here. This is, I believe, maybe the only third, maybe even fourth vintage that's been released. So, it's young, it's a new wine and so forth, and at a $35 retail price point, I think it's pretty solid. But I still think it's young. Yeah.
Look, I like this wine actually. It's the thing I don't like about it is the alcohol content. 14.5 is too high, but for this style of wine, for people who like this type of wine, I think it's good. I like some of the elements that you two don't like. The volatility I do actually like, volatile, and VA I like a lot in wines. And the greenness I don't mind at all. I think a little bit of vegetation is actually sometimes makes a wine more interesting. It is 60% Merlot, 20 Cab Sauvignon, 20 Cab Franc. So, the Merlot, it's a strongly Merlot wine. You can tell just by the color and the nose. And I think I can appreciate, certainly can appreciate the quality in it, and the price at $35 isn't outrageous. It's right at a price point though where there's so much for $35 that's better, but I don't think it's out of the league. I think 35 is a justifiable price, although I'd like to see it at $25 would be best buy. Whereas $35, it's just on the cusp of being, would I buy it, would I not? I personally don't like to drink high alcohol, but it's nothing to do with whether wine's balanced or not. It's purely because of my lifestyle. I like to drink a lot of wine, so by nature, in our family you have a bite and a sip, a bite and a sip, so you go through a lot of wine during a meal. And if you're drinking 14.5% wine, you're going to go through 3/4 of a bottle and you're going to be feeling it badly. Whereas a 12.5% alcohol wine, you can go through a whole bottle and still not feel it. So, and also from drink driving points of view and health, 14.5, 2 glasses of wine is not healthy according to the sort of 2 glasses a day, whereas 2 glasses of 12.5% wine is very healthy. So lots of reasons other than the fact that wine is balanced or not, or to be on this anti-high alcohol kick.
Absolutely. If this wine means that I have to have 3 bottles of wine versus 5, then I say forget about it. Forget it.
But this is another co-brand wine. I can see why they picked it up, because it does have quality for what it is, and an importer has to have wines that different for different people, and an importer has to be able to assess wine for the quality, not just the wines they like.
So overall, pretty high quality wine here, and perhaps if you don't drink as much as Bartholomew does, this may be a good wine for your choosing. It's again been the Campo al Mare 2007 from Bolgheri. We hope you'll try this. Thanks so much for joining, and we'll see you next time on IntoWineTV.